Before I started questioning my faith, I would have described that original faith as very strong. I came to Messiah planning to be a theology major. My family had raised me as a Christian, and it was one of the central parts of my identity. It was how I decided my moral dilemmas. It was how I thought about the world. When you're raised as a Christian, it is very easy to have negative misconceptions about what atheism means or about what agnosticism means. So for a while, especially undergoing the doubting process, I had a lot of negative misconceptions about myself. And some of that still continues to this day of believing that atheism means the rejection of God. I'm not rejecting God because I don't believe in God. It would actually be very difficult for me to reject him in that sense. There have been a lot of people who, when I told them that I was an atheist, were very surprised and began to view me differently, would begin to argue with me even before I had really presented reasons or tried to defend myself. If there was any difference at all between how people treated me before and how people treat me now, it would be those few friends that I had major disagreements with as a result of this process who did not respond as well. And that's not so much, even there, it's not so much that they treat me differently now, it's that they don't interact with me at all anymore. My family took it with some difficulty. I would say especially my parents had a hard time understanding at first. It took them a while to believe me, especially when they saw me still trying to be a good person, and they had known me before I had struggled with my faith. And maybe some of that is a certain kind of naivety, but I'm actually really thankful that they have been accepting as they are. But at times their responses to my experience have let me know that they wished other things for me. I stayed at Messiah originally because I had a friend group there. I had a support group that was really helping me to deal with what was, in some sense, definitely a certain kind of depression, of realizing that I was losing this core part of my identity. But as I grew to become a little bit more comfortable in that, it became even more obvious that continuing out at Messiah and maintaining those relationships that I had was more important to me. Now that I'm a senior, looking back on this as it happened 2 or 3 years ago, I feel like I'm handling it a lot better. There definitely was a long period of trying to figure out what it means to be an atheist at a Christian college, and trying to understand this new identity that I have. I'm very much doing better with it on the whole, which I'm thankful for.